I'm gonna do
Click.
click, clack. Welcome back, bars. Welcome back to another episode of A J-Smoove World.
Mic drop.
Mic drop. I am running on fumes. I don't know where my brush is at, so the waves were coming back, and now the waves are going. I'm upset. So now I gotta walk around like fucking Joe Goldberg for the rest
Can
of the
I see
fucking. Nah, I'm a nappy headed hoe. My hair hasn't been brushing over.
But-
It's
oh,
not like
I
I
could
get
brush
waves,
my
but at
hair.
least I get like a good solid, like, nothing's worse than being nappy. Like, at least if I have like waves, if I don't have waves, at least my hair is like brushed. There's no like, my shit doesn't look like Kevin Durant pretty much, is what I'm trying to say. But, anywho, everybody say hello to Bri. Bri, say hello back to everybody.
Hello, beautiful people.
So, the way we're gonna start this off is, Bri, where'd you put your cards at?
Oh, my business cards.
Yeah, Bri made some business cards for herself. Tell them where to find you at, Bri. Tell them what the business cards are about.
You can find my tattoo artist business cards and myself at 640 Kenhorst Plaza in Reading. Yes, you can. For all your tattoo needs.
Show them the design. Show them the design on the back. You gotta fulfill the whole dream,
they're
Ryan.
Here. But the best part is how they feel.
Ryan, show TikTok.
It did in fact focus well.
Really?
Yeah.
I got it to focus.
These
well.
cameras nowadays, that's why they want to charge you $2,000 for a fucking cell phone, even though it's bullshit. They just listen to everything I'm saying now, so they're just gonna use it against me in the future.
Keep one of these out.
So I know motherfuckers don't love me.
They're listening.
Did you do any cool tattoos this week or any cool designs of anything?
I tattooed Jess yesterday. It was one of my like original like OG designs. Little smudgy. It's her cat, and unfortunately I don't have pictures, or else we could insert picture here. But
Do you like when people give you ideas of what they want? Like if they're personal items, like if someone else had like a picture of their dog or a picture of like their mother or something like that.
I mean, I'm not a portrait person, but like
No, I know. I'm just saying. You said it was a picture of her cat, so
I mean-
it made me want to ask.
I mean, I've done like notes, like handwritten notes that people done. I've like recreated that, or like someone gave me like a dog outline, like their dog's picture, and I made like a little outline of a cute little head. Like it was so cute.
Trust me, like as a
I love that
DJ,
kind of stuff.
I know how to DJ and mix and transition music a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not like a professional beat maker, so some people think that I can make beats because I do that. Like I'm not a beat maker. Like I'm not Swiss Beats. I'm not fucking, what's his name back in the day that was with, you guys are too young to know about this, with Juvenile and all them. Manny Beat, Manny Fresh, there we go, Manny Fresh back in the day. But after that, this has been a long week, y'all. DJ back-to-back weddings. Entertainment week was long. It was bullshit. I'm just kidding, it wasn't bullshit. It was a good week. I'm glad I made it through. I'm glad I'm still alive. You're catching me right now on fumes. But Michael Jordan played with the flu and dropped 38 points, so nothing can stop me. I'm a determined, chocolicious man, all right?
Okay, but wait. One of my coworkers at the shop, he put his name in my phone as Cocoa Stick.
Cocoa Stick.
Cocoa Stick. Yeah. And it gave me you vibes. Oh, you need to fix your chain. I tried to fix it.
I know, it's not going to stay. I moved too
Mine
much.
doesn't either, but like. you just
That's
gotta,
why I
you
just
know.
let it rock. I mean, it don't matter. They can't see it. They just see gold all in my chain. Anywho, Bri,
Bri.
I want you to talk about our our segue, something that we do every single week. Because y'all know I say this all the time. Motherfuckers never loved us.
Mm-hmm.
And here is a prime example of someone leaving a review, not loving or appreciating, and proving me right that motherfuckers never loved us. We won't say where, we won't say who, we will just read.
We won't say where?
Nah, I don't have to say where. I don't need motherfuckers attacking me.
Okay. I mean,
Motherfuckers already
that's
don't
fine.
like me, alright? I've been to Virginia a lot. I know when someone doesn't like me, alright? And that's real.
Alright, is that like a specific, is it like, are people in Virginia mean? Like, is that like a thing?
They still think it's a civil war. They still think I'm an enemy.
Oh, you go down to Georgia. I'm used to that, I guess that's why.
That's why I
Anyway,
stay north. People are more, people up north are very uptight and,
it's very like you're moving forward. They're just kind of like, they're stuck in like a, not all, this is a generalization, but when you're down there, it's just, everyone's just like, oh, I guess I should turn here.
people down
Yes, I
south
do
take their
that.
time. They're very like laid back and like when someone down south is like real cool, like they're like real cool, they're real laid back. They got that southern accent, what makes it even like cooler. I wish I had a southern accent. I'd be killing it.
Try.
Try? Fuck no. I'm from the north. I'm not down there with T.I. in them, but
I have like a tiny, there's like a few words I say that are southern.
well, you're
I
from
have
the
that.
south.
I have that like twinge of a southern accent that I fought really hard not to get.
Well, use your whatever accent on
No,
the
no,
review.
no.
Your southern accent, your northern accent, your
I'm just
your
gonna use-
seductive,
I'm gonna
your
use-
seductive, whatever you want to do, you do it.
Okay.
I'm here to support you.
Aw. All right. So we are not naming names or restaurants. So I will just start reading. This was a 1-star review. Can I say when?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Left February 11th of 2023, this year. And I quote, the food here, I already fucked up. Sorry. The food is not good here. Our server told us it's because everything comes in pre-made. They didn't say packages. And, sorry, the ADHD. And put in microwaves so they can put it together fast and get it out to the guests to turn tables. I appreciate her honesty as we did not enjoy our stale chips with guac that has a huge brown tinge, a tough, flavorless steak, undercooked fries, and watered-down drinks. The building looks nice, but if you're hungry or thirsty, go somewhere else.
Damn, right at their neck, and that is called When Motherfuckers Never Loved Us. So, Bree, what do you have? How do you feel about reading this?
So, for a back statement, I did work at this restaurant for a while. I opened it when they opened, and none of this is facts. They literally, they have a station where they, hand cut their steaks, every day.
Did we go there for brunch?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that was a brunch spot. And, they do, everything is,
Ryan had steak.
Yeah, he did get steak and eggs. No, there's a huge emphasis on, quality food. And, there's, some aspects. Yes, it's a chain. But it's still, whatever. And also, this person who commented was from Ohio. And the owner...
I know, they want some Bob Evans, that's all.
Yeah. The owner responded with a very, honestly, respectful, in my sense, maybe pushing the boundaries a little bit of what was appropriate. But I was good for you. You stuck up for yourself. Very accurate. And yeah, the building does look very nice. And the food is really fucking good. And the drinks are not watered down. They are strong as fuck because I bartended there. And let me tell you, those drinks are very strong. They are not weak at all.
Your review is not only highly inaccurate, but strangely similar to over 100 bars. I like that.
Yeah.
Clap back, cuz. Talk that shit.
He did. He clapped back. And I was I know him. So, when I
He
was
said,
reading this, I was
How to respond.
oh my God. And it's also, he mentioned, their kitchen is, it's, you can see it, from the restaurant. It's not it's hidden.
I mean,
So it's you can see everything.
no disrespect to Ohio, and I'm not Dave Chappelle or anything like that. I'm not even trying to be Dave Chappelle. But I'm just going to relate to what he said on one of his comedy shows where he lived at and what's amongst that. After that, I'm not going to say anything else. But I will say, first of all, let me go down. First of all, I don't know what they're talking about. When I was at Sedona, like my
You
uncle.
just name dropped.
Oh yeah, my bad. It's all good. When I was there, it's not all good because I didn't want to do that, but that's what happens when you don't sleep. You forget things. But when I was
we can edit that part out.
when I was at
like
this
a beep.
when I was at this place, the food I had, like my uncles would say back. See, I was so focused on like saying what my uncle said. My uncle used to be like, "Yeah, it was some good eating." Like that's how I felt. Like it was some good eating. I had some wonderful mimosas. I forget what I had for breakfast that day. I've been there a couple times. Actually, I probably have been there. I've been to one, and
did I get nachos?
I've been to 2 different locations for this place.
The other one, there's one.
Yeah, and somewhere else in Chester County. There we go.
There you are.
Here we are. We're back. We don't forget shit, motherfuckers. That's right. Y'all gonna love me today. But honestly, guac had a brown tinge.
But also, can we talk about how I struggled to read it because the grammar was...
Yeah, anybody, that's another thing too. I'm glad you brought that up. Like, when I was reading some of these things that Liz had sent to us, first of all, the people who leave like 1-star reviews, their literature is worse than mine. And I graduated high school with a 1.9 GPA.
Did you read
Anyone who knows how I talk, anyone who knows my grammar, knows it is not proper literature. But my shit would not be this bad. You got to be a stupid motherfucker to think someone is going to take your review seriously if you can't read or write what the fuck you're typing.
I really, that's why I struggled so much, because I was like, my brain went to what it should have said. I started speaking it, and I was like, that's not what I'm reading.
If I were the owner, I would say, first of all, get your grammar correct on the internet, dickhead. And then I would continuously go on about, first of all, the only places in your area where you live at that gets 5-star reviews is Bob Evans, all right? We don't have mashed potatoes and Jimmy sausage patties and links, all right? We serve top of the line. You spend $30 on that steak, all right? Actually, $30 is less.
Like $10 on like Mondays they do for charity. It's a very nice restaurant.
It is. It's fine. It's classic.
I literally like.
It's classy. I said classic.
It is I mean, I wouldn't call it classic. It's classic.
Well, I meant to say classy. I said classic. I don't even know what a classic. Well, there is a classic diner, but. Anything else you want to say about motherfuckers not loving us on that?
Well, I think it is just one of those reasons. You know what? Wait, I'm gonna bring it back to my story from this week in this tattoo shop. Very similar, sort of. So, I had this person hit me up Thursday, right? She was like, I need to get this tattoo covered up. First off, it was a name and a heart on the chest, okay? Horribly done, mind you. And I was like, all right. I was like, I'll start drawing it up now. She's like, do you have time Friday or Saturday? And I fit her in.
Yeah.
All right, cool. She was like, I'm excited. And I was like, great. Day of, I don't hear anything. Sitting there, I get all set up. I'm ready. Nothing. After 30 minutes, I texted her. I was like, or after 15, I was like, are you still coming? Then again, I was like, well, hey, this is why we need to take deposits. I was being nice because you seemed really distraught and like needed to cover it up. So I wasn't going to charge you because I figured you'd come, but you didn't.
Damn, Bri, making the ladies not come. I'm disappointed in you.
You know, normally I don't have
You know what? I'm going to bring it back to, I'm going to do something new, something that y'all don't even know about. I'm going to surprise y'all here. I'm going to add something every single week now. This is what Mary Jane does to you.
If Liz was here.
Well, no, it's fun. It's fun. I was in the car listening, and I post lyrics a lot. And one of the lyrics that came up was so stupid, I went with it.
I noticed that.
How do you feel about this lyric? I'll say it. You tell me how you feel. It's kind of stupid.
I'm listening.
First of all, either tell me how you feel about it, or tell me if you know who sings it or the name of the song.
Okay.
Looking back on the things I've done, I was trying to be someone.
I know the clock. I'm sorry.
No, I know. I haven't had the clock in a while.
I love the clock. I
Do you want me to sing it?
I definitely know that song.
Yeah, if you sing it.
I definitely know that song.
Looking back on the things I've done, I was finding it. I was trying to be someone.
And so
Play with you, left you in the dark. Now let me.
show you.
There you go, you got it. No, it kind of hit me though. You know why? It was kind of bullshit. It was kind of like one of those emotional moments, but like it was like, damn, like thinking back, like when I was younger, and like I kind of always did. Like I feel like as a man, I don't know, Brian, you probably relate to this too. I try to keep things in the dark sometimes because you feel like you have to. Just because I feel like sometimes that's how you feel like you have to protect.
That's how you protect others.
Yeah, and I feel like sometimes when you really sit back, it hit me because I sat back and thought about a lot. And I was like, a lot of situations in your life when you're younger and even now, obviously all throughout your life, you're trying to be someone, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, it hit me. Obviously it hit me because it's like a love song and it's just like, you know, you start thinking, you start listening to like the love songs and like the vibe kind of like starts to hit you. And then you start thinking about situations in the past.
Yeah, and then it's a pint of ice cream.
Then you're like, bottle of wine, pint of ice cream, here I go. Let's cry all night.
I feel like there have been a lot of situations. I don't know if it affects the future, past, or present. And it's just like you look back and I was trying to be someone, left you in the dark. You know what I mean? But that's just how I felt about it. I'll give you another lyric next week. It won't be as down. Or
I kind of like the lyric.
It was a good lyric.
I think that's a really good second.
that's just how I thought about it. That's just what I thought about it when I heard it. Like I don't know how you feel about it when you hear that. Like,
I mean, actually, on that note, I discovered a song this past week it was within the last 10 days. It's called Feel Something.
Yeah.
By it's Excision, Millennium, and I Prevail. So you're talking EDM,
Is this new?
what, and 2020. I have not known of this song since 2020, all right? And I Prevail. It literally, I started listening to it and I already knew. In my mind, I was like, those three, I was like, this is going to be the best song I've ever heard in my life. And I was just like, and the way the beat drops and the way the words, the lyrics, I was like, yeah, it hit me. You just want to feel something. When you're going through all your shit and you're drinking or you're doing whatever, you just want to feel it just
Yeah. I feel that. I feel like a lot of times that's why sometimes lyrics hit me. You'll just, it depends. Lyrics, you'll hear a lyric 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes one random time situation, the moment is just right. It just hits your soul and it's you needed to hear it at that time.
Exactly. I was sitting there, I was on my way to work, I was like, yeah.
I listen to I'm not gonna lie to you, I shouldn't confess this on the camera, but when I leave my weddings, I participate in some activities and I listen to some music, and after some time some music starts to hit me. There's this one song, this is it. I'm just gonna say the name of the song. It's called Before You Walk Out of My Life by Monica, and that shit, it's
I've
an old,
never heard that song.
it's an old 90s R&B song. If you heard it, actually I know if you heard it, you might cry.
Probably accurate.
I'll play it for you later.
Very accurate.
Matter of fact, let me write that down while
Sad R&B.
You want to make me cry?
It's such a good
really
song,
needed
though.
to cry. I don't cry that often anymore. Thank you.
It's good to cry.
It is great to cry, and that's why I'm like, oh,
That's why I listen to this music.
Medicated, because songs are almost the only thing that will get me to cry anymore.
Yeah, no.
Or really sad.
I was about to say,
movies.
watch a really sad show.
Some movies get me. Some magical moments in movies get me.
I think we've talked about it before.
Super touching.
The saddest movies we've ever watched.
So
I'm pretty sure we've talked about that. It was
next week we'll add that. We'll add lyric or a moment in a movie, a magical moment.
Something that
Yeah.
just like hit you
Yeah.
right in the feels that you just really needed.
Because I feel like there's always something every week that hits you in a moment, no matter what.
Yeah.
So, all right, Liz, appreciate you. Everybody, this is what Liz wrote down for Bri and I to discuss. I'll read out the whole thing and then I'll break it down. So she said, sorry, Bri, I ate garlic parm wings earlier and I burped and I smell the garlic. It smells wild.
I actually can't really smell. You're lucky my allergies are like winning right now.
No, that shit is wild. I was
I
like,
can't
ooh.
smell anything.
Well, it wasn't a beer, so it wasn't a strong burp. It was a watered down one like these seltzers with ice. All right, the way we communicated has changed so much in the past 20 years. We used to actually talk to each other at airport gates, but now everyone is on their phone, iPad, watching or playing. What will our communication look like in 20 years from now? So I will break down the first part of this part, where places where people don't talk at anymore that should happen the most is at a bar. That's the place where people are on their phone. People go to bars. We've talked about this millions of times. People go to their bars to watch shows or whatever. People don't really talk at a bar. I don't know a lot of other places where people would interact and talk a lot and stuff like that. I guess it depends on where you're at and who you are. Because for me, this issue does not happen to me. I'm always in a situation where everyone wants to talk to me. I'm the one, the voice, the microphone. Everyone always wants to talk to me. So it's a little different for me, but a lot of people are this is a standoffish world we live in nowadays. But at the same time, to me, I feel like it is very, very, technology, we've talked about this. She wrote this out before. Is it for the better or for the worse? We did that here, actually. And it just goes back to if technology is for the positives or negative, and I won't get into that. We've talked about that before. But what's the communication going to be like in the future? Pretty much is what she's asking. 20 years from now? Honey. It's done. It's ruined. But as COVID ruined that, anyone under the age of... So certain people who were already socially awkward, they never had a chance, because at least when you have to go to work, go to the office, do this, you're forced to do it. So you can at least pretend to do it. Since COVID, people don't have to see each other. It's changed a little bit. People who grew up and were able to go out into the world and couldn't, like kids, someone who was like 2 years old or 3 years old during COVID, I feel bad. You get at least some type of communication skills, seeing other family members and family members' friends, and even kids who are like 4, like they're at that age where they're ready to learn and stuff like that, and it's just awkward.
I feel like from like ages like 0 to like 6 or 7 got really screwed. It's like they didn't get to go to kindergarten. They had to go online, like all that kind of stuff. So like they didn't get that socialization, and then when they introduced it, it was like a whole like.
What about if they had like a school that was like some school that depending on I don't know, I don't think they did this in PA, but some schools. What if it was like K through 6, and then there's like 7th and 8th grade, and then there's like 9 through 12. So imagine if like you just had to miss all of middle school. Imagine going from elementary school straight to high school. To me, that's how things really get south.
I mean, my middle school years were really rough, so I almost wish that would have happened. But
my middle school years were, I don't know how to describe it.
It was my really, really awkward phase where I got bullied the most and where I felt the most like isolated. I mean, it did go into high school, but also like middle school was really like the worst when I got bullied the most.
Middle school kids are the worst. They're assholes.
When I really like came into my like what I wanted to be, but then people would like not like it, so it just kind of fucked it up.
Yeah, middle school kids are assholes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think when I was in middle school, I just played the game. I played Madden, I played 2K, and I played basketball, and we used to play backyard football. That's all I ever did. I was like the true definition of like, Like if there was like a story about like a kid in like a '90s movie, like that was literally me.
Yeah.
Like we used to play like night games too and all that stuff. See, that's the thing. I don't feel like kids do that kind of stuff nowadays. I feel like when I was younger, my communication got so well because I was playing basketball with other people, pickup people,
Mm.
and then
You were out like you were constant. I was constantly outside, like all the time. I was brute. What do you?
oh, I didn't know if Ryan was looking for something.
Oh, it's right here.
There you go. I thought it was in your hand. You're usually holding it. So
Appreciate you.
that's right. I got all world vision.
That was you. That wasn't me.
But, I mean, how do you feel about it?
Am
What do
I-
you feel like our communication is going to be like in 20 years from now?
All right. I wrote down 2 things. Honestly, I think it's going to be one or the other. It's going to be non-existent, like you said, or it's going to be the opposite because I feel like there's that tinge of like that rebellion that I feel like could come up, like that like revolution at like aspect where people are just so sick of all like I feel like especially with our generation, I feel like our kids are like we are so sick of I don't want to say the Gen Zs but like the 2 generations below us that like our next generation is gonna just go we're gonna teach them to do the opposite. So I feel like it's either gonna be like non-existent or we're gonna be like, all right, let's use this to like
You know what though?
rate like I that's my hope. That's like the hopeful part in my brain. It's not like the
You know what
necessarily
though?
realistic.
I can't blame the kids though. It's not their fault.
Oh, not at all.
It's people. It's our age fault. If you want to be realistic, no. If you want to,
No,
we're the one raising the next generation.
No, it's the generation right above.
I'm trying to tell you, like, if I had a kid now and we all wanted to go out, that kid would be at PJ's or wherever I'm watching a game on their tablet.
Okay, well
Watch.
that's a you thing,
But most people would do that. If you want to go out and do what you
I'm
want
not-
to do, people still our age still want to be active. They still want to be out doing things. Like they'll bring their kids somewhere and they'll get like when I was a kid, I didn't have the technology. I mean, if I had it, I would have been using it. I mean, I had a Game Boy Advance. Like it was the same, but it was like different. I wasn't watching something. I was playing something, and you still kind of like chime in a little bit. You still kind of like, I don't know.
Present.
You're still present. Like nowadays, like if I'm watching, you know how it is. If you're watching something, you're locked in. Like you're not paying attention to nobody else. Like it, like
The ADHD is really real here.
When I get my brain chip from Elon Musk, I'm just going to talk to people telepathically, so it won't matter. I'll be able to talk to anyone anytime.
I feel like it's like a different like you're at the opposite end of our like generation. Cause I mean, yeah, you are actually. Like I'm at the very bottom, and
I'm a
you're like right
millennial.
at the top. So am I.
yeah, I'm
We talked about this, but I'm at the bottom half, and you're at like the top. So I
I'm
feel
in
like
the
there's
middle.
even that different.
Millennials like almost 20 years, isn't it?
No,
Mm.
it's I think it goes up to
30.
30. Like it's like currently right now it's like 20 age. It's 1996 to 1989.
I feel like it's before that.
87.
Because they do-
It's
I feel
it's
like-
not long. It's really not long.
I think it's only like 10 to 15 years.
Yeah,
Maybe 10 to 12.
it is because
I feel
Gen
like it
Z is
changed.
like 1997 to like
What am I, Gen Z, I
2009.
think, or Gen X?
All right, here we go.
It's only
I think
like
I got
10
it
years
right.
or something. It's really not like.
Tell me what generation I am.
So
You're
Generation
a
Z
Gen
is
Z.
7 to 22. Millennials is 15 years. 23 to 38. Millennials is 81 to 96.
81. All right, so I was right on the 96. I just rock, but
I
that's
told you.
the older aspect. All right,
I told you. Generation
sorry,
X
I'm
was
sorry.
65
but also
to 80.
I'm still right on the. I knew it was on the cusp. I was like, I have a year within.
Wait, so what am I?
So you're Gen Z.
Yeah,
I know. I'm sorry.
she's not.
I don't want to be lumped.
I wrote about that in. I literally wrote about that in like my homework today, like for my healthcare in like a transcultural world. Like they were talking about like slang and idioms used and blah 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 blah, and I was like, it was a whole thing. We don't need to get into that, but I was like, the Gen Zers, they use some words that I just don't understand.
Yeah, I don't be understanding some of this shit.
I'm like,
No.
like why do you gotta come up with these words? About what?
LOL? What does LOL mean? Do you use LOL?
Ask him what he calls it.
What do you call it? What do you call LOL?
Lol. No, wait. You wanna know? I say Lamau. I don't say LMAO. I say Lamau.
No! Alright, maybe
I hate lol. I think Lamau. I know Lamau's words, but
I never say
rolls off
LMAO.
the
Like, I
tongue.
never say LMAO.
I had to hear that.
I can't. That's so funny. Now I'm really wishing I could go back and do my homework again. I could just edit my responses and be like, no, I'm just kidding.
Damn, you just burnt me.
Wow. Damn. I mean, I used LOL like a lot.
What was your growing up slang?
That was it. Like,
Dig it?
Well,
Dig
think
it?
about no. When we grew
Psych.
up, that's when texting first started out. So it was like.
I used to play Snake on my phone. Y'all don't know what it's like to play Snake.
No, I
2,
did
4,
that
6,
shit.
8 to move up, down.
No, Jordan. I had one of the very first like computers that like came out that was like whatever.
That's why we had to talk to people. We didn't want to be playing on that bullshit.
Discs.
Come on, dog.
I love my
I was
floppy
using a
disks.
square ass phone with numbers on it. That shit was heavy as fuck. Playing a fucking game with a fucking snake growing, and the more and more you ate, that shit was boring after a while. That shit was Tetris moving with lines, fucking eating shit.
But also, I love those vibes. I miss those vibes. I miss. The
I know you miss
simplicity.
Snake in your life. It's all good. Anywho,
Sorry, I missed what?
nothing.
What did you say? Did you say Nick or Dick?
Snake, but Snake is the same thing.
Why did I not? Did you hear Snake? No, he said something else.
I didn't hear anything. I wasn't sure what was said.
I
Don't
said
bring
it.
me
I said it
this.
was like a blur. It was like, you know that song by Robin Thicke, Blurred Lines. It was a blurred line right there.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, I'm gonna ask y'all a personal question. So when I DJ, if someone had Ignition Remix on their playlist, are you scared to play it?
A remix?
Well,
But-
no matter what, are you scared to play Ignition Remix? No matter what, the same motherfucker wrote the song.
No. Why? Why would you be scared?
Yeah, you should be scared.
I'm terrified. I know they like the song, but I don't want other people to be like, this DJ's a dirty motherfucker.
What? No, I guess I'm just a net. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm like a whore, but like I don't know. I don't care.
I get
A good
nervous
song
because
is a good
no,
song.
listen. All right, so one time I was doing trivia, right? And I put I Believe I Can Fly in there. And someone was highly offended, like, you can't put this person in there. We had a lot of our kids who sung the song. Some people are not ready to hear R. Kelly. That's just what it is. That's where I'm at. That's why I get scared.
I mean,
It's a great song. I mean, he has a lot of great songs.
Like,
Chris Brown's still walking around.
that's what I was literally just about to bring up, like Chris Brown.
And
like,
I play Kristen Brown all day, every day.
It's one of those like I think of like I just appreciate the music.
Exactly.
It's a similar like it's an art. They're a trash person. You don't have to support that, but also at the same time you can appreciate to an extent without like you're not sitting there like advertising it. But like if you enjoy that, like there's nothing like it's not.
You tell that to people out there then.
I can't because I have very different
yeah,
views
I
than the
thought-
majority of the human fucking race, so I can't.
Bill Cosby is funny as hell, but
Wait, did you know? No, this is a fact. This is Bill Cosby was born. We have the same birthday. Bill Cosby was born on July 12th, and I was born on July 12th. Obviously, in different years, but growing up, I was like, oh yeah, it's Bill Cosby's birthday, and then everything that came out, I was like, oh fucking shit. I was like, damn it, I have the fucking
Top
birthday of a disgusting. Ugh. And but I was like, well, you know what? Whatever.
I have the same birthday as Kate Upton, I think.
Do you really?
I think she was my first blast.
Did you really just say that out loud?
Wow. Anywho,
Wow,
Let's move
Ryan,
on
you
to the
had
next-
one drink.
let's move on to what else Liz said. My first blast.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
I mean, damn, she's hot, but
Lol.
okay.
What are unhealthy versus healthy
I'm
habits
gonna that back.
when you're in love with someone, when you have your first blast?
No, stop.
Got a blast!
Is it ever appropriate to follow them or check their phone without knowledge? To blast. Can you love someone without fully trusting them? Well,
I have a lot to say about this, so I'm gonna let you go first.
what are unhealthy versus healthy habits when you're in love with someone? Let someone have their individuality. Let them be themselves. Don't press them. Don't press. Cardi don't need no press.
Okay, but wait. Can I a smidgen
Go
on
ahead.
that? Because I absolutely agree. But also, for me, I'm like, I want that. Like, I want my partner to be like, I want us to be like open and like, okay, it's going too fast. I want them to have their own personal life, their own self. But I also want to have that. But I also think that you need to be open and honest with your partner to be able to have that. But if they can't handle your like open like honesty, like sometimes you're gonna say shit that they don't want to hear. But as long as I feel like for me, like if they're open with me, I don't give a fuck. If they're not sitting there hiding it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like as long, I mean, obviously
Communication
as long as
is
they're not
key.
cheating on you. But yeah, literally, that's why I was like, that's accurate as fuck.
I mean, that's honestly, once you get older, like, it does become a struggle. I just feel like you show someone you love them by, like,
It's love languages, though.
yeah, that is love
that gets into
languages.
that. Everyone's different, so you have to like understand each
If
other's
you're
love
blasted, it's
languages.
lasting.
I think it just depends on like accurately understanding each other's love languages, honestly, and then just being open and honest about like the hard shit that no one ever wants to fucking talk about. Like,
So,
no one wants to talk about it, but like you should talk about it. Like, I think it's okay.
I have a toxic situation about this next one. I'm about to show y'all some toxic energy.
Did you pour out?
Is it appropriate to follow them or check their phone without their knowledge?
I have a lot to say about this one.
So, let's start off with the first toxic one because I've been toxic to both of these behaviors. Toxic to one. The first one, do you follow them? The only reason why I've ever done that is because someone did that to me. And as bad as it sounded, I was looking for every single possible way to be like, yo, like, you're a scumbag. Like, just leave me alone. Like, I don't want to be bothered by you. Like, please, like,
Slip up.
yeah, like, please, like, just please. And then I didn't follow them, but I went somewhere where they said they were and they weren't. And I just was just like, yes. I was so relieved.
Well, that's a different. But
I know, but it's still toxic.
But it is toxic. But that's. It just goes back.
I would never follow anybody though.
I think it's all right. So here, like I've been in a very, I was extremely like toxic. Like I would say like borderline like emotionally abusive. Like I will admit it. I will put it into the world. I did it. I learned from it. Wanted to like kill myself because of it, but we're past that. But it's fine. When I realized it, I was like, wow, I was a really shitty person to this person. But I did those things. I was like obsessively like. And the next part, I was checking the phone because we gave each other the passwords because I was like, I'm open and honest. And like, I was like, I want you to be able to look at my phone anytime you want. But then it turned into because the trust was broken, I just did it toxically and I just caused such an issue. And I'm like, I feel like you should be able to, like, you should have each other's phone numbers, Jesus Christ, each other's passwords, but don't abuse it. Like don't use it. It's just there as like a hey, I trust you, but then crossing that line, unless there's reasonable doubt, don't cross it. And when you cross it, expect to be hurt.
Yeah.
Because if there's that doubt already, it's probably for a reason. Like trust your gut.
And the sad part is, I never did that until like I think I did. I told you about this. I've done it. More, I should say, recently than like, you know, not any time like recently, but like in the past.
Yeah.
Since 2020, we'll say. We'll just go that far. And you do see things you don't want, but at the same time, this is kind of toxic too. I'm a sick motherfucker where I play dumb. I play like I don't know. I'll play for as long as I gotta play. But at the same time,
But that builds
I'll
up, like,
just play
resentment.
the same game. I don't care about resentment. I wasn't resentful. I just knew it was.
You played the same game.
Nah, I still had the same love, but I still had to do what I had to do. If you were out there doing what you had to do, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna sit around and I'm not gonna sit around like, you know what I mean? You're entitled to do whatever you want. Like, I ain't got no ring on you. You can do whatever you want. I ain't married. So at the end of the day, like, that's your life. That's your decisions. But now, what I think it is and what I know it is, I would know where to go from here. So like you said, like, reasonable doubt. Like, if you feel like someone, I feel like I don't want to mark this. If you have a feeling that something is off and you check, but then I feel like if you check and see everything's like wrong, then after you should kind of brush it off. Everything should be set from there. You should trust whoever you're with. You should trust what it is. Even if something seems shaky, seems iffy, I feel like.
I also feel like you should, like, not that I've ever been in a healthy relationship, but in what I've learned, I feel like when you are feeling off about it, I feel like you should be able to approach that person and be like, hey, I've got this weird feeling. And I feel like you should be able to express it and be like, can I check it? Like,
Yeah.
not that I've ever done that from experience. Like, I've never had that. But I feel like that would be the goal. Like, be like, hey, this is bothering me. Can we address it? And, like, not just let it sit there and, like, build. Because that was, like, the biggest issue in, like, my past, like, issues. Sorry, Ryan, I need you to look at that. But it's a very, like, a complicated, on that one. The other one, the iPad.
Well, I can see it either way.
But it's just one of those, like, I feel like it's so frowned upon to just be, like, open with a partner. And I feel like that's where, like, a lot of, like, I'll bring it in. The polygamy aspect, well, I could never, ever be in a relationship with multiple people at the same time because I'm a jealous bitch. But also, I love the open communication that they have. Like,
Yeah.
I want that, but in, like, a just me, like, just a single partnership.
No, I agree. I fully agree with that. And yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like checking people's phone is it's very, very you shouldn't do it.
It crosses a boundary.
It crosses a boundary.
Cross.
And then that leads literally up to the next question, like, can you fully, like, love someone without fully trusting them?
This is a question. This is see, I don't
I believe that love and trust are one of the same thing. Neo said it on one of my favorite albums, Because of You. It's a song with Jennifer Hudson.
I also, like, I have love, like, because of the trauma that I've gone through, I don't really trust anybody, especially in, like, a partnership. I've just been through so much shit where I struggle with that trust, which is why I want that, like, open, honest, like, relationship, and I've just never had that.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm like, but I also, like, I've been in the situations when I love the fuck out of that person. The trust was broken really early on, and, like, I will trust anyone to a T until I'm extra sensitive to breaking the trust. It's very easy to break it, but it's, like, one of those things where, like, if it's broken, then I will still love you, but I don't think it's not a healthy relationship. Like, it's not a good, like, that's not, you can get past certain things, but I don't think it's, like, I think you can love somebody without trusting them, but I think you need to work on yourself, or it's just not the right person if you're not really trusting them. If that makes sense.
No, I agree.
Like,
You can't love other people if you don't love yourself. That's always the start.
exactly. You know?
Justin Bieber said it.
God, I fucking hate Justin Bieber.
What?
Honestly, he gets more hate than he should.
Yeah.
I used to love him. I really did. Like, when he first was a thing, I loved him. And then there was just something that just it just turned me the wrong way. And I was like, I just don't, like, nowadays I'm like, all right, he's out of the public, like, finally. I'm like, all right, I can have, like, some respect. But also I think, like, musically, like, talented wise, he's really not. I think he was when he was younger, but I think he's in the wrong music industry. I don't think rap is his thing.
No, he's not
not
a
his
rapper,
thing.
is he?
No.
He
tries to be, but
The
his
last
voice,
album he did was pretty. He had a couple good hits on that.
his voice is more so.
Ghost, Anyone.
He needs to go towards, like,
just like almost
It's
R&B pop,
something
like
else. Yeah, like it's just
something slower, like smooth.
Yeah, so where he can like actually show off his vocal, because like his voice is not a rap. He's not a rapper. He tries to be, and I'm like, you're not. You just
See,
don't
now you're
have
gonna make me
that.
listen to a song that he's rapped on. I only listen to the songs of him singing.
They're very popular.
Really?
You've heard them.
I don't know.
You've heard them. Trust me.
He got abused by Hollywood. That's really only. It's like
100%.
the biggest reason why I have some.
Exactly. And Selena? No, I'm just playing. But
Love her though.
She did that to herself.
Did she or did the?
No, that's a good
Did
point. That's actually a good point.
I was gonna say the pressures
There's a
of
lot of other people, I'm sure, that would bring that around for her.
the whole. She went through a lot of shit that I went through, like mentally, but without the
I
pressure
don't
of
remember
the
if it was
fucking
her
world
or
looking at
another.
me.
I can't remember if it was her or another actor, but I know I found out recently that it was mostly her parents who were like the issue behind it.
Mhm.
I don't think it was her though. I think it was someone else.
Well, a lot of like parents, like when you have like a child actress, your parents, there's a reason they're a child actor. Like it's because your parents are putting that much stress on you to be that person. And then even like when I like modeled for a little bit, like just and I wasn't even like in the public eye in a sense, but the pressure to have like the perfect body, the perfect presentation, like perfect everything, it weighs on you. And I can't even imagine being like in a public setting where people are constantly publicly hating on you from a very small age. I had that just from school. Like I couldn't even imagine being like in a public setting and having to deal with that. Honestly, I'd probably be dead. I'm not even gonna lie. Like
Learning to deal with the haters is easier said than done.
Yeah.
a long time.
I had a
I'm
sheet.
very bad now though.
I had a sheet that Liz gave to me with the things coming up. I don't know where it's at, but I do have some things coming up. First of all, Sunday is Mother's Day. Don't forget to buy your mom something. We all love our mamas. They brought us into this world.
And if you don't have a mom, give your
Someone raised you.
a mother figure. You know. A
Give somebody
Calabaza.
flowers.
Yeah. Give someone flowers who's a mom.
I guess Saturday is the big, infamous Taylor Swift concert
Here,
in
finally.
Philly, Lincoln Financial Field.
I have a lot to say about that. I hate T Swift though.
Damn, you hate all the pop stars.
I do. I
Yeah, I mean, I don't really
do.
like Taylor Swift either.
I lost respect for her, like when she was trying to, like I understand, like I can understand it, like the respect and like whatever, but I just don't. I don't know. I'm like, I feel like you just got lucky. Like I know so many more talented people who aren't artists who could sing everything she does. And there's a lot of songs she does that I listen to covers of, and I'm like, this is so much better. Like I respect her and all of like what she believes in. Like I don't think she's a bad person. I think she got really lucky. And that's what it just bothers me more so in the fact of like I know people who are so much more talented than her.
So you're saying Kanye was right?
No.
Beyonce had one of the best songs of all time?
I mean, yes.
Hey, I'm just saying what he said. But after that, I think that's the only thing really coming up this week. I'm looking for things in like Chester County. There's a bunch of paint. I can't believe they put painting with a twist up here.
It's fair season though. Can we talk about that? How do you feel about like carnivals and fairs? Like every time I see the signs coming up, I'm like so excited. I'm like,
They do a
yes.
bajillion fairs, but I've never been to PA Ren
I
Fair.
don't think there's a.
I want to go to Ren Fair so badly. There's so many like I just love going to a carnival. I know a lot of people like even in past relationships, they're like, why do you like? I'm like, it's a fun time. Like you're going back to childhood. You're like playing those stupid games that cost a ridiculous amount of money.
I went to a fair
Get
last year.
And thrown up after you get off.
It's so like I can't do the rides. I will never go on a carnival ride. Maybe a Ferris wheel.
I
if
went
I'm
to
like
one.
severely intoxicated. My fears. I've seen too many videos of like carnival rides just like
completely like.
I'm
I
his
went
worst
to-
friend. I'm the ones reminding people while they're on those rides about those.
No, that's me. I'm like sitting there and I'm like, y'all have fun dying. That's
Like,
fine.
yo, check your inbox. I just sent you a video of a dude flying off a roller coaster, but hey, it's
It
not
like
it's,
it happened. Like I love, but like I mean, at like
Nah, they're fun to go
established
to.
parks,
They're
like,
really fun to go
I'll
to.
ride rides at like established parks, but like the pop up shit, it's not stable, so like it freaks me out. I'm like, eh.
I don't see any coming up soon. There's usually one in Exton by the
the mall.
yeah.
Wait, have
You
you
know
been to
what?
the Conversion Fair in
No.
Phoenixville? Oh my god.
That shit's in
The,
July.
Strawberry
Fuck that.
It's in July.
That shit.
Festival's on my birthday.
Yeah, Strawberry Festival's cool. You ever been to that?
Always where the Strawberry Festival is happening where it always is by the hospital.
Mhm.
That's the hospital I was born in. I was like born.
Wait,
pretty much at
Phoenixville
the-
Hospital?
Yeah, it's like born at the Strawberry Festival.
Oh shit, that's so cool.
So
There's one in Florida that my like extended family always wanted me to go to, and I just haven't ever gotten the chance to. But it's like it's like one of the biggest like strawberry festivals. But
Well,
that was also with there was quite a lot of time when we were just.
a lot of what?
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 God, I wish it was Tequila here.
yeah, she told me about the liquor,
there's
the liquor
zero-
situation.
I
know,
am literally.
I know,
I was drinking Banker's
I'm
gin
literally-
because that is all that's in the house.
I just need to I'm gonna end it on this. I need to chill. Like I literally had tequila on the rocks just because I knew there was no tequila here, and now that I started, I just want more. And I don't have any more Mary Jane on me, so now I'm like getting shaky and I'm hungry. But anywho, that means we're done.
I have some tacos.
No, you always eat tacos. You're trying to always feed me a taco, Bri. Why are you always trying to feed me a
I'm
taco?
always trying to feed you.
Last
everything else
Tuesday,
on
she
the
tried to
taco.
feed me a
I
taco
ordered-
too.
No, I did not. No, it was white chicken chili, bro.
No, we were at the I almost said the poorhouse.
Oh yeah.
He's at the.
It almost
The
slipped
whorehouse.
out. I didn't,
Alright,
you know what I mean?
Let's be real. Everyone calls it the whorehouse. That's
No,
what
don't talk about my friends like that.
No, I'm just saying that's the reputation. It's not against them. Like
No,
I would
I
still
know.
go
I'm
there.
fucking
Like I'm like
understand.
those tacos were fucking banging. Those tacos were amazing.
Well,
just saying.
This has been another episode of A J-Smoove World. This is A J-Smoove World. What's it titled again? What you got, Ryan?
It is communication is key.
You heard
Communication
Ryan.
is key.
Communication is key. And communication is key right here. I'm getting the fuck up out of here. Look at Ryan clapping them cheeks.
Oh god, I wish.
Yeah,
That's so long. Wait, and the